There we go. Okay, there's my mic. All right, this is what we did last time. All right, as I was saying, we got a new camera, so I'm hoping that our colors, I didn't do this one on stream, that the colors on this one will be a lot better. I hope. It's my birthday. I received this cute little guinea pig. He's very soft and squish. He's going to chill over here. All right, who is ready? And I think I'll be continuing with my Posca pencils, just because easy to use, easy to grab. Whew. Lots of colors to choose from. This will probably be a short stream. We could turn this so that it's more like this. I don't have that much range on it. Alright, there are some things I wanted to draw that I kept in mind. Hopefully. Yes. Some boars. I think it'd be cute to do a little family of boars, maybe. We have some capybaras that are very cute. And this interesting guy, an oak tree hopper. He looked pretty. Okay, we might start with there so we can get some colors in our mind. Oak tree hopper. Oh, they come in lots of different colors, actually. Interesting. There's some kind of moth, I believe. They all kind of look the same. They look like a little Pokemon. We'll start drawing, and I might end up adjusting the zoom on this. He's got this little, and his eyes over here. They're not that big. Don't really know what his face looks like. He seems to pretty much hold his legs up like this, covering his face in all these pictures. Right away, he has this interesting little gradient where he kind of goes from a yellow into a orange into a red. Let's see if we can't mimic that. That's my red. Hopefully that's my red. So I think we'll start with the more light yellow that comes from the base here, and then sort of follows the outline of his wing. And then it's actually more just the orange on the top part of the wing. And I can't tell, is that on his butt or on the edge of his wing. I think it's kind of both. I can't really tell. I think it does kind of start from right here and it goes along his outside wing. As such. Then he's got this big red eye. Again, we exaggerated a little bit here. It's not that big. And right down the middle of his little horn here. We might try to see if we can't find a color that's a little bit brighter than that, a red. And then this goes off around his face and kind of goes up here. So then again, we have the orange that kind of blends into it. And then some orange that blends down into this yellow. I think that's pretty much the gist of it. He's a pretty simple critter. There is a little bit of transparency to his wing, and there seems to be a little bit of red under his butt here. It's actually kind of segmented because I'm sure that's his butt, whatever you call that on these guys. So there are a couple of different colors. And I think they're mainly white, but there is some like light blue ones. And I don't know if that's just like special effect, but I think some blue added to this guy wouldn't be so bad. And really keep his wings kind of white, except for where his like abdomen will be underneath the wings. And then his little leggies, which almost have kind of a green tinge to them. Let's see if I have like a mint green color. Not really. We can go kind of this way with it. And that might be good to add actually a little bit. Into the rest of him. Alright, he's cool. He's cool. My other thought was about lightening up the red, but I don't think I can really layer like that. It might just make it darker. Maybe adding some orange to it. I don't think that'll do much. That's alright. He's pretty much done. Let's get his little sticky stick, his little branch that he's on. I think I want to add some greenness to it. Like a mossy green. Yes. Kind of want a grayish tone. Is that gray? Coming from the other side. We'll go back over it with our brown. And then there's these little knobby knobs that come off this branch. And then they need a bit of darker brown to them. Yeah, like this. He's cute. Now we just gotta outline him. See if I can add this little... That didn't work so well. That's alright. We've got our trusty Posca white. That works sometimes, doesn't work sometimes. There we go. What is the marker that I usually use to outline these? I think it's this one. His little legs are like furry at the top. And then they come down to their little buggy points. They kind of have a little segment here. There we go. And his knee is kind of knobby here. And then this one actually doesn't have a whole lot of fuzz on the bottom as much, or the top part. And then he's kind of got like that. That's kind of how the leggies go. Oh, there's actually a little bit of orange right here. I think where his leggy is before the wing comes down. Hello, wing. And then we weren't too sure if this was the wing on top, this orange, or underneath. But this is where we're going with that wing. And then the other wing is kind of over here on the other side. Very lightly. The wings do have their own little segments here. Okay. I got you, little man. Yeah, he's cool. Alright. I think we might just go with the bright green background that we have. Yeah. I like adding the little green squares. I think I mentioned the artist I got that from. And I don't recall the name right off the bat, but she would do sketchbook videos and outline with these squares, and it just creates kind of like a separation and like helps pull things forward a little bit, right? So I like using that technique. And what was he? He was an oak tree hopper. Oak tree hopper. He's cute. Alright, I do see the colors aren't great, and that could have to do a little bit with the lighting that I'm using. So let me see if I can
change that and if it would help us. So that's making it brighter. I don't think we need to go brighter. See, this is like a bright green. Like, think of a green apple. It's the color that this is supposed to be. And I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it.
I wish I knew how to really adjust that. New camera's not helping. Now there's another one, a tawny frogmouth. Tawny frogmouth. These don't have much colors to them, but the babies look ridiculous. See if I find a picture that I like. They seem, look at them nestled in their mom. I think that's adorable. I don't know, I kind of like the way he looks though. So like, I don't hate him. I like his big eyes. Well, that's the appeal, the big eyes and the big mouth, right? I kind of like the idea of him coming from the side of this page here. Like, what's up? What's up? Maybe this one ought to be a little bit more like here. And then... oh, they look so silly. I like to draw birds with more of like a square head. And then his feathers are going to come out here. So that's what we're kind of doing, shaping the feathers. And then this will be his wings. He kind of like, what's up? What's up? With a slightly concerned look on his face. Alright, so now I just need like the dullest of the colors that I own here. The dullest of the dull. Obviously some good browns. Because he does have some good browns to him. And then mostly gray. Oh, I realized I outlined in pen. I think I was doing the outlines completely in Posca last time. I think we'll continue outlining in pen though. What am I looking for? I literally just said it. Grays. Browns. I want kind of a sandy brown. Is this a gray? Hey Google, turn on Frank. There's a specific yellow color that I'm looking for. But maybe I just imagined it. I don't know if anyone else does that, where like they totally believe they have a color. They can picture the color in their head, and it's just not there. That sounds crazy, but that's what I feel like right now. We'll do this to start out with his eyeballs. But then there is like some orange also for his eyes. I just want to get the yellow down. The beak, we're gonna start out with this pale yellow color, I think. No, there's another gray. And then we'll darken that up as we go along. Because the feathers are gonna come down and cover his beak a little. You're cute. Okay, so I want to start with this brown color here and focus on the bands. And we're going to kind of end these in little feathers because they do kind of come out in little feathers. He's got kind of a mask. And then he just sort of has some random different colored feathers. Not necessarily any specific pattern. And then I think he's got like darker feathers coming out over here. This is probably his wing and underneath his wing. And all right, now, where's the color I just used? Oh, here it is. Okay. So at the top of his head, he's kind of like, goes a little bit darker than the darkest gray I have. And then I didn't really add these lines. So I'm going to try to remember that and try to fill the rest of this in with this gray. It'll come together. It'll come together. That's the thing when you're doing the arts. It's all about building on pieces. And that frustrates me with art. That's why I tend to be someone who just sketches something out and calls it a day. Because, like, I don't want to work, add more layers, and make it perfect. That's not really the type of artist I am. But at least with these pencils, you do kind of have to keep adding the layers to get where you want. But I feel like we still do it in a very like sketchy way, so it like doesn't bother me. don't know what is going on outside, but it is loud. Alright. I think I added the darkest gray. I didn't really mean to do that. So it's alright, because we can come back with this lighter gray and kind of work it together. Fill in some of these gaps. Alright, now where's the darker brown that I was looking for? Okay. This may not... Oh no, this... I think this will be dark enough. Actually, I think I need an even darker one. Now that I'm kind of looking at it. Trying to keep it a little feathery. But, yet again, I think I need a darker brown to come in here. I don't think I can do my light back on top, but we're gonna try. I don't think it'll work. Here's an even lighter one. But I don't think it quite has the effect that I want it to, unfortunately. So, all we can really do at this point is go even darker, which I don't really have anything darker unless I want to go into maybe a darker blue color. And we could do that. It may look a little bit weird. Or we could even do blacks, but I don't particularly want to do black. Maybe we'll just do some feather details like this. Alright, so let's turn our attention more towards the beak. And the beak is that brown. It's kind of like this. Okay. And then it kind of goes up. But this is still very much this light pale yellow. And then the lightest gray that we have. And come and fill the areas around the beak. And then we gotta get that orange for the eye. That's what we were discussing earlier. Right around the very edge of the eyeball is a more orange color. And then we get into the yellow color. Before we go to the black color. Do I still have my black out? Where did I put it? Here we go. Okay. And then yes. Yes. Really? Okay. And I might continue with this on his outside to frame him. Kind of want to get this one that pokes out here. I don't think too much about this. You might see some things work, some things don't. And I think that's one good thing about, you know, if you have a limited palette, like at least you kind of just have to stick with what you got, right? I feel like 36 colors is almost too much. But yeah, not much planning on my part. And that's kind of what sketching's about, right? It's about working things out. If I wanted to do an actual finalized piece, well then I would approach it very differently. But probably not so. I'm not, like I said, I'm not like so stressed when it comes to making things perfect and finalized. Do we like him? Let's see. Oh, you gonna work for me? Okay. What is he called? He's called a tawny frogmouth. But we're not done yet. We gotta finish. With birds, I tend to like, when I'm coloring them or when I'm outlining, I sort of follow the color patterns. Or if I see a specific shape to kind of block out, right? He kind of cute. I know what I want to draw. I'm just trying to find a picture for what I want. Hmm. The oak tree hopper has kind of grown on me though. You know, I kind of want to draw our guinea pig friend here. Our guinea pig friend. Why guinea pigs? I have 2 guinea pigs. And today's my birthday. So my fiance bought me that guinea pig plushie. He's very soft and cute. So we're gonna start with kind of a square dumb head. And this will be his little paws here. I don't really ever see guinea pigs like standing on their feet. But we're taking some creative liberties here. His little nosy, and then they have this triangle here, and then their eyes. Have we drawn a guinea pig on this channel? And then the ears. I don't know if that looks very guinea pig. We need to round this out a little bit. Round, more bean shape. There we go. That looks like a guinea pig to me anyways. So we're gonna take inspiration from this guy here. Let's start with some pink. Oh, you know what? Maybe he's kind of reminding me of that cloaca that we did. His little nose. And then his little fingers. And then his long toes. Guinea pigs kind of have long toes. It's kind of creepy. In a way. Their hands are a lot shorter than their back toes. Thankfully. But still weird. I feel like this is a good guinea pig color here. Is it? I don't know. So his stripes will be like this. Oh, maybe we need more brown. Well, we'll finish blocking out this shape. And then we'll come back. And then like the rest of him is all brown. Yeah, this marker is very red. We'll come back with brown. I know I have a light brown color. I know I've seen it before. No, maybe that was the one I thought was my light brown color. But that looks very red to me. I need more yellow. I don't think this will be what we're looking for. But we can start to add shadows. I know what I'm gonna kind of do. And then guinea pig's ears are like, I don't know, weird and folded up. Alright, we'll go back with our red color. Maybe we'll add a little bit of orange. And then round it out. So do some orange in some lighter areas. And then we'll come back. I've kind of lost his fingers. I forgot they were there. All right. And I don't know if we should come back in here. Kind of lighten these up a little. Where's my black? Hopefully it'll look better once we got some ink on it. He looked kind of like a mess. Maybe we should draw a birthday hat on top of him. Yeah, since he was my birthday guinea pig. I'm thinking. Maybe we draw a little cupcake. With that candle. There, that's birthday like. With pink frosting. Yes, please. I'm gonna do the rest of the hat in pink too. Pink frosting. Maybe this purple. And then the rest blue. Oh, I forgot he was supposed to have a candle on top. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah? Yeah? You see what I got going on here? You see? Okay. I think I'll accentuate here we go. Actually that purple. Where did that purple go? That's what I want. We'll just do a low square. Birthday guinea pig. I don't know if it would make sense if I added a few balloons here. Birthday guinea pig, happy birthday to me, to me. They look just alike. Alright. So that had nothing to do with anything that I had previously wanted to draw, but that's alright. Kinda wanna draw one of these guys. Hmm.
Maybe not.
What are you? That's not what you are. What are you? I just want to know what you are. Oh, you're a mandarin fish. Mandarin fish. I've looked at you before. Okay. He may be difficult, but he's pretty cool looking. I'm thinking this guy, he's nice and colorful. He just may be a little difficult. I guess I gotta be careful how big I make him, if I want him to not be so difficult. You can't see me drawing this. I just realized I'll have to adjust some stuff. Alright, sorry. You're the first that's gotta move. Alright. His mouth kind of like goes like that. So it looks like he puckering up. Ah! What have I done? There he is. Okay. The colors are the biggest thing. Kind of follows his eye. Makes a squiggle and then goes down. And then this here is a little bit less defined. It just kind of goes all over. And then he has like, I'm not even sure. This must be more fins. Yeah, that's what that is. That's more fins that come out. Why do you have so many fins? A little bit more difficult than I realized upon choosing you. Okay. Fun. I guess it doesn't go that far up. All right. So I do need the lighter blue, and I do need the darker blue. And we'll get started with that. So his up here is actually a very dark blue. And then at this point, when we come around the eye and then get into this topsy-turvy stuff that's kind of just all over the place, and then we kind of move into this direction, we kind of move down the eye, a little bit of a line up here, but then it mostly goes into the turquoise color. And then up here, it kind of goes in to the turquoise color. Turquoise color here. And turquoise color. Pretty much all along here. Like such, and then we have a band here, and kind of go like that. And then this is where our fin comes out. And then this one with our turquoise color. I mean our blue. I don't know why I called that turquoise just now. And then more back here. And that's kind of what we got. And then we seem to have more blue spots here. Okay, now the rest of it's a little tough. We start with an orange. I see, this actually goes up a lot further than okay. This isn't the best orange. This is a better orange. Maybe even a lighter blue here. let's go on with the tail. Now the tail here does have more like this darker color here. And then we come back with a darker color. And it almost kind of is like this purple has come and mixed in with this red here. To create this darker color. I really want this, I think. And then bring the orange out on top. So then we're going to come back with the orange and all of this mess. The orange goes on so nicely. It doesn't take much effort at all. Just kind of want to get this area maxed out. All right, we've got some more of the more purplish blue coming out here. And then we're gonna go back with this blue. Now we gotta decide on the greener colors. So a little bit of green here. I think I just want to mix a little bit of orange with it. Yeah. So then we're going to go back into the orange. That looks about right. Okay. A little bit of darkness here, a little bit of darkness here, and a little bit of darkness here. And then even so, I think that'll be good. kind of want to make this a little bit more red. And then go back over it with the orange. All right. This is where we have the dark. And we want that purple color that we was using. Oh no, or maybe this color. That color there. And then maybe come around with the lighter blue on the outside. Okay. So what was that again? We're gonna do the blue. Get this orange. So it is orange. And then the really dark one. And then offset it by the lighter one. All right. Now the eye. Well, I guess we still gotta kind of do this right here. And then there's a little bit of blue right there. And then a little bit of green on here. And then we'll get that yellow back. I mean that orange. Kind of like that. Okay. Whew. He was not an easy little buddy. I do think I want to add a little bit more into the reds here. More into the reds here. Okay. Now we need green. There's like a super bright green here. Yellow. Do I have yellow in my hand? I have like every color in my hand right now. So this was intending to be a bit more yellow. And then we'll go back into the turquoise green. Actually I need like even a lighter blue than that. Do I have one? I do. Nice. Okay. And then we're going to bring our green back around this eyeball. And around here. And then our orange. Okay. Then we need red eyeball. Where's the black? Whew. That was an adventure in itself. Okay.
I feel like I want to do
A bigger pen.
I think I should switch back to the other one.
Okay. And what was he again? Mandarin fish. I wonder if I should do that light blue or the turquoise color. Or maybe red. I don't know. Yellow. We could do yellow. That might help. It wasn't the bright yellow that I thought it was gonna be, but that's okay. He's interesting. He's colorful. He's, maybe not as pretty as I could have made him.
But
Let's not complain. Alright, I need like one more thing and then we'll finish this up. One more colorful animal. What are you? He's cute. I don't know what he is, but I like him. What are you? Hmm. I hate when it's so freaking difficult to figure out what the heck this bird is. Just tell me your name. Oh, it's a Quetzal. Alright. I like the Quetzal. Let me get a picture I like of him. Okay. So I like how his tail is super long. So my thoughts are to start him up here. He's got a little tiny short beak. Crazy hair. He's got kind of a, well, I guess all birds kind of are just chest. He's kind of like this. He's got his wings. And then his tail, his crazy long tail. So he has the normal tail feathers as we see on birds. And then these that just kind of flow out there. So I like it. I like it. I like it. This will be his branch that he's on. And his eyes kind of like this. I like it. Okay. We're going to get use of our turquoise and green again. I think I want to just start with getting all this part kind of in a bright green. And we may have to end the stream here shortly, so let's try to get this done as quick as we can. He shouldn't be too difficult to draw, though. His wings. And then, his tail here. Now his belly is going to be red red. We'll start with the not too dark of a color. Because we are going to darken that up. Just blocking these shapes in, blocking in these shapes, blocking in these shapes, blocking in these shapes. Okay. So then we want to come back in with our turquoise color. It's weird how some of these colors are like so smooth, and so you can't really go over them again very well in order to mix them. And some go down so roughly, and they work really well for going back over. We'll do a little bit more touch up with this. I wonder if I should bring in another green color. I don't want to darken it too much, I guess. Ah, that's the color I want, actually. There we go. I got in his eyeball a little bit. Oops. And then I would like to lighten this more. I don't think I can at this point. Not even with this green. Maybe a little bit. I really wanted more bluey. That's the best we can do. There is a limit to these layers. It's a shame. I wish I could make him a little bit more shiny. But our Quetzal will just have to be this color. Now, a darker red. That's like perfect. If we went even darker, I don't think I have anything darker. Maybe I can create some darkness with some purple. Kinda. Kinda works. What color is your beak? Your beak is yellow. That's easy as heck. Okay. So then you can have fun with your little bits coming off your head. Whatever they are. Wonder if I could. That doesn't really help much. We may just have to deal with what we have now. Can't really go back. That's all right. We kind of have some moss hanging off here. Maybe this color. Now, the thing we don't see on this picture is his feet, but I'm sure they're there. Oh, so we'll just have to make do. Where is my black? Okay. I think that is good. Interesting. Interesting. And this guy is a Quetzal Burb. All right, last but not least, what color should be around him? We got yellows, we got greens, we got reds. Should we go for a light blue? I think next time I want to maybe go a bit more like plant heavy. All right. I think that is good for today. Thanks so much for joining us on my birthday stream. All right, I gotta say my oak tree hopper is my favorite. We got our tawny frogmouth, we got our birthday guinea pig, our Quetzal bird, and our mandarin fish. Thanks, thank you. Ah, gotta find my mouse. Here it is. And that's it.